8 telling signs you're definitely a psychic empath. Empathy, in essence, captures the capacity to perceive and connect with the emotions of those around us. As a psychic empath, however, you may discover that these emotional insights run deeper. You might even experience people's feelings internally, without any verbal or visual cues. For psychic empaths, mastering techniques to create a protective barrier between their emotions and those of others becomes essential. Navigating the world without this shield may lead to emotional fatigue and a perpetual state of being overwhelmed. And yet countless empaths remain unaware of their unique gift, let alone the precise nature of it. Thus, they often grapple with emotional exhaustion until they stumble upon their empathic prowess and establish healthy boundaries. It is vital not to confuse the psychic empath's heightened sensitivity with the more common experience of human empathy. The latter, after all, is something that almost anyone can feel without being an empath. What truly sets psychic empaths apart is their ability to discern hidden emotional undercurrents, pain, fear, or joy, which may often go unnoticed by others. This empathic aptitude extends beyond the emotional realm and encompasses energy fields, auras, and even the vibrancy within living beings like animals and plants. So, are you wondering whether you could be a psychic empath? Continue reading to unveil 8 signs that suggest just that. And if you find yourself resonating with this revelation, be sure to like and share this message, illuminating the path ahead for fellow empaths embracing their abilities. 1. Solitude becomes your sanctuary. The journey of an empath unfurls gradually, akin to a bud blossoming in its own time. It starts when you unearth your empathic nature and continues as you hone your innate talents. Though your abilities may be inherent, tapping their true potential often requires effort and patience. A newfound appreciation for solitude emerges as your empathic powers develop. You begin to grasp the allure of tranquility, a striking contrast to the energy-infused bustle of crowded spaces. Consequently, you seek moments of stillness, whether enveloped by nature's embrace or nestled in familiar corners of your sanctuary. Solitude, you realize, replenishes you as you journey through the empath's path. 2. Emotional turbulence rides the waves of your day. As an empath, you sense and internalize the emotions coursing through others, leaving you with turbulent moods throughout the day. Enveloped by swirling emotional tempests, your emotional state is markedly unstable. One moment, you might be brimming with joy, only to sink into a pit of sorrow the next moment on sensing someone else's pain. Navigating such unpredictable emotional highs and lows can be exhausting, chipping away at your energy reserves. This makes it imperative for psychic empaths to adopt basic shielding techniques that safeguard them from being consumed by emotional waves. The path of an empath thus bespeaks not just emotional savviness, but also mastery over self-care. 3. Socio-emotional quagmires take a massive toll. A multitude of settings, hospitals, cemeteries, refugee camps, harbor a plethora of agonizing emotions that encircle empathic beings like a whirlpool. You can't just walk into these places without proper readiness. It'll zap your vitality and render you powerless. You yearn to extend a soothing touch to those in need, skimming the pain of their hearts. Yet venturing into such socio-emotional quagmires without prior preparation can leave you drowning in the swirling waves of emotions, robbing you of strength and leaving you languishing. In some cases, the intensity of the emotions could leave you crumpled, grasping for breath. Thus, it is imperative to equip yourself to navigate such settings, or risk being engulfed in a sea of emotional turmoil. 4. The bleakness radar is always on alert. As an empath, you may grapple for a while with this realization, but it gradually grows on you once you get more familiar with your gift. Living in a sea of surging emotions from your environs, you've reared a sharp sensor that partitions positive and negative energies with absolute clarity. Your attunement to the negative vibes pulsing around you is particularly pronounced, flashing like warning signals that demand discernment and action. It's almost as though these bleak signals are sounding off an alarm, summoning you to offer a helping hand or to steer clear lest you get dragged into the abyss. The empathic life is, undoubtedly, filled with many twists and turns. However, as you learn to hone your senses and stay attuned to your surroundings, you can leverage your gift to forge meaningful connections and make a significant difference in the world. 5. Energy sickness strikes without warning. As an empath, if you haven't yet mastered the shielding techniques to safeguard your emotional boundaries, it's all too common to physically feel the emotional state of another as if it's your own. Imagine standing next to someone parlaying their sadness or fear, and in but a moment, those sensations crest through you, roiling inside like a turbulent sea. And if that weren't enough, the physical afflictions of those emotions manifest as physical discomforts for you. The strength of the energy vortex running at full throttle determines the severity of the disquiet, lurching your innards and sending waves of nausea during your least expected moment. Perchance, it's the haze of worry, flicker of fears, or the tumultuous ebbs and flow of anxiety that you're sensing from others, all of which, like a magnet, pulse through your veins and ruin your day. To linger unfettered in a world brimming with emotion, mastering the art of shielding is crucial to safeguarding your well-being. 6. An irresistible urge to ravish another's hopes and issues. Empaths are a rare breed, known for their boundless compassion, remarkable empathy, and the yearning to make the world a better place. For them, it's not just a mere vocation or something that they enjoy doing, it's their raison d'etre. Their natural inclination towards other people's issues and obsessions is nothing short of spellbinding. Being able to probe into the depths of the people's hearts, they can accurately diagnose the root cause of their problems and navigate them towards relief. As you grace the lives of others with your healing touch, you become privy to the dreams that they hold. It's as though their desires become yours, and you till every inch of soil to see their dreams come to life. With every shared victory, you're elated for them. The feeling is so overpowering that you're not bothered that you play a part in their success, for it's their win too. As an empath, positively impacting others drives you, arcing towards the betterment of the world through the upliftment of its people. 7. An everlasting torrent of emotion from within. As an empath, you're the epitome of feeling things on a deeper and more visceral level than others. Your emotions are potent, a tempest that swells inside you with no signs of abating. Unlike others, your sadness isn't a fleeting moment of grief, but a harbinger of unrelenting sobs that gush out in a constant stream. Albeit it may seem like a curse, mastered empathic abilities call you to accept and process emotions the way that you do. In fact, it's critical for your mental and physical health. You mustn't shy away from fully experiencing the tide of feelings engulfing you, as each wave that passes builds your resilience. Training yourself to deal with complex emotions is imperative so that they don't stagnate and could represent a hindrance to your mental well-being. As an empath, you're the master of your emotions, keenly aware of their arrival and departure, knowing that they mustn't weigh you down. Only once you can harness the tempest from within will you be able to thrive amidst the most challenging emotions. 8. A reverential regard for your sentiments. As an empath, one of the significant lessons is learning to prioritize your emotions. You recognize that you cannot tend to others' needs adequately unless you value and care for yourself first. It's like tending to a garden. You cannot expect to reap the best fruits unless you tend to the soil and recognize what it needs. By placing a premium on yourself, you can establish healthy boundaries that allow you to help others while still preserving your sanctity. It enables you to regulate the flow of energy so that you don't lose yourself amidst the chaos of acting as a conduit. Embracing your emotions is the first step to treating them with the regard they deserve, shaping your approach to life into a more mindful and efficient one. As you deepen your appreciation of yourself, you can demand the same respect from others. But what do you think? Share your thoughts and experiences on this topic in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to receive notifications. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
So, are you experiencing emotions more deeply than most people around you? Do you often feel weighed down by other people's feelings? These are signs that you might be a psychic empath, which is not necessarily the same as the more common human empathy that most people experience. As a psychic empath, you might internalize people's feelings without any verbal or visual cues, sensing hidden emotional undercurrents that often go unnoticed by others. If you recognize these signs in yourself, mastering techniques to create protective barrier between your emotions and those of others becomes essential. Without this shield, you may experience emotional fatigue and a perpetual state of being overwhelmed. That is why it's vital for psychic empaths to adopt basic shielding techniques that safeguard them from being consumed by emotional waves. One sign of being a psychic empath is that solitude becomes your sanctuary. As your empathic powers develop, you begin to seek moments of stillness to replenish yourself as you journey through the empath's path. Emotional turbulence throughout the day can also be a significant sign, making it imperative to practice self-care and establish healthy boundaries. Socio-emotional quagmires. Socio-emotional quagmires such as hospitals, cemeteries, and refugee camps harbor a plethora of agonizing emotion that can engulf an empath in emotional turmoil. It is critical to equip yourself with the skills needed to navigate such settings or risk being drowned by a sea of emotions. As an empath, you may develop a sharp sensor that partitions positive and negative energies with absolute clarity. Your attunement to negative vibes pulsing around you is particularly pronounced, flashing like warning signals that demand discernment and action. If you haven't yet mastered the shielding techniques to safeguard your emotional boundaries, energy signals can strike without warning. You may physically feel the emotional state of another as if it is your own, manifesting as physical discomfort such as waves of nausea. Empaths are known for their boundless compassion, remarkable empathy, and the yearning to make the world a better place. They have a natural inclination towards other people's issues and obsessions that is nothing short of spellbinding. As an empath, your emotions are potent, a tempest that swells inside you with no signs of abating. Unlike others, your sadness isn't a fleeting moment of grief, so training yourself to deal with complex emotions is imperative so that they don't stagnate and could represent a hindrance to your mental well-being. One of the significant lessons is to recognize that you cannot tend to others' needs adequately unless you value and care for yourself first. As an empath, embracing your emotion is the first step to treating them with the regard they deserve, shaping your approach to life into a more mindful and efficient one. So, if you recognize yourself in any of these signs, you may be a psychic empath. Recognize and honor your unique gift, establish healthy boundaries, and practice self-care, and you will be able to thrive amidst even the most challenging emotions. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you find this video informative, and until next time, have a nice day, everyone.